Hey, what's up, everybody? You got your boy Jay right here. To my right is
Scott.
And to my left is
Richie, this tall ass man.
And we are the Grown Man Clique Podcast. So, we always start this show off the same way. We waiting for our special guest to come in, but tonight's show is about what do you love about you? Because we're coming up on a little holiday about love and loving and all of that stuff, and a lot of times the thing that gets lost is self-love, self-care, self-maintenance, and being there for making sure you're good. You know what I mean? So before we get in and dive in and everything, we're gonna go around the room as we usually do. It's been a week since we've actually been in these podcast streets. So Scott T, what have you been doing? My mic just went out. Scott T, what have you been doing?
Shooting.
You've been on your grind lately. You've been shooting a lot lately.
Yes, sir.
There's Sheila. Sheila's in the peanut gallery tonight.
Wow. What?
She was in the
I know. No, I want to know why she ran away.
Because she's not looking beautiful. She's not beautiful tonight. But we also have a couple other people. We got Big Dave over there in the peanut gallery. And we also have Dawn, and Officer Friendly just left. But we got our usual peanut gallery happening over there. And our special guest is on the way. I just saw that. So right now we're going to just go around the room. As far as shooting, who did you shoot? Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, shout out to Ballet After Dark.
Don't forget, big shout out to Ballet After Dark.
What's up? After Dark.
You shot more than Ballet After Dark, didn't you? That's it?
I know. I'm trying to remember. I haven't shot so much. I don't remember who I shot. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Shout out to Honey. Shot her on Friday. Ballet After Dark. Shot Gigi after Ballet After Dark. Yesterday, what did we do?
Gigi
Super Bowl. Yeah. Super Bowl. Yeah. Shout out to. Yeah, okay. No, I ain't gonna be like Rich.
I didn't say nothing. I'm over here minding my business.
Yeah. No, but you have a thing.
That's a test. Don't worry about it. We're just testing stuff out because we're running late.
This is a test.
Right.
But Big Rich in the building. What did you do? What you done since our last podcast?
What did I do? That's a good question. What the fuck did I do? I'm still filming this movie.
What's the name of it? Working title, or you got a full name yet?
It's called Give Me the Week. With String DMV. So I'm still connected over there with filming that. It was my niece's 13th-year-old birthday shoot. So I did that Saturday. But besides that, it was mostly just behind the camera all weekend.
Yeah, you were busy.
Yeah, that's really I ain't get no real action and shit. I saw Rihanna.
Yeah.
I saw Rihanna. She, in my personal opinion, she killed it.
Yeah,
she killed it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to Rihanna.
I wasn't expecting it because I didn't realize she had so many hits.
Why did everybody?
I just did not realize it. Like,
you're not real Rihanna fan.
I'm not.
There we go.
I'm also not. It's like she's cool. Like, but I don't got her on my playlist. Like,
what's
up on my playlist.
What's up, Jesse? What's up, Tremaine? What's up, Amanda?
I'm not a real Rihanna fan either, but.
I mean, and she didn't even play it. Like, she didn't play Disturbia. She didn't do BDS. She didn't do S&M. She didn't do a lot of stuff.
I'm a lustful Rihanna fan.
That's not called fandom.
Do you think she did the white ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that white people, as our boy Grizzly would say. Yeah. So, okay. Well, as for me in my house, basically I've been at Mass Creations most of the week as usual, where I always am. Big shout out again to Ballet After Dark. My girl Ty Courtney Edwards and her very positive, motivating young ladies who are also on on America's Got Talent. So we want to definitely big shout them up there, bringing their talents back to Baltimore where they started. And dances. I got you bad. So, but I mean, just amazing young ladies. They had great. And hey, Kenzie, what's up? And I mean, it was just great to be working with them. I did. You know what's always great, and I'm sure you've all, as photographers, you felt this before when you actually meet a baby that you took the maternity pictures for.
Yeah.
That was so great because one of my customers came in yesterday because I don't have permission to use their names on TV and screen. I'm going to just say my lovely customer and her daughters came in yesterday, and I got to meet her daughter who I met in her belly and took her maternity pictures, but I got to see this beautiful ray of sunshine live and in person, and she was so pretty. And look who we got joining. Hey, Tracy. You're muted, baby.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, Nate.
Hey,
What's up?
guys.
So, you know.
Y'all know y'all foul. Y'all know y'all supposed to be right here with us.
They eating. They getting ready to eat. They need to get their eat on.
You're on mute.
What's up? We have Amanda. We have Bass. I see you guys out here watching us. That's what's up. But so, and then what else did I do? Oh yeah, yesterday, we did have a Super Bowl party planned that we were gonna have here, and we decided to scratch it because we didn't get enough interest. I know it's a new venue, people don't know what to expect, but we got the rooftop deck. It was a nice day yesterday. We had a good time. We sat over here, ate wings, we had drinks, we had salads and food. We had a good time.
We had a blast.
So we had a ball, and then what did we do today? We basically cleaned up and got some stuff done, for the business. So it was a pretty cool day for me. So our subject, y'all ready to dive in?
I wanna dive.
Because all right, let's take our toast.
This
Come
one's
on,
for you.
here we go. Everybody, cups in the air to a good podcast, to a good show.
Put it up, put it up, put it up.
Here we go. Bam, toast to the screen. They putting theirs up. Here we go. I'm drinking moonshine tonight. Yep, I'm back drinking again. When you drinking for fun, it's a lot better. No, I'm not drinking because I want to drink. I'm drinking because it's fun. But we're going to jump right in here. I got something I want y'all to listen to. Tell me if this makes sense to you.
Choose you first. Choose you. Do not stay in a relationship and suffer in silence. Either you grow together or you grow apart. And that doesn't make you a bad person or the person. Choose you first. Choose you. Do not stay in a relationship and suffer in silence. Either.
For some unknown reason, it's not playing. It played earlier. We tested it too. Well, let me go to another one.
You are the only person who has always been there for you.
You're the only person who has woken up with you every morning of your life and gone to bed with you every night. On the hardest nights in your life, every time you were in your bedroom crying over something, you thought your world was ending, you are the only person that has been there every second of every day for your entire life. Your job, not because you're so special, but because it's your job to look after.
Could y'all thumbs up if you can hear that? No thumbs up? Couldn't hear it? We don't know what happened. Our sound just didn't work.
No thumbs up.
You didn't hear it. You're in the room with me. Let me check something right quick.
He heard something inside of the head though.
Probably.
It's always something, man.
Yeah, because we probably even sounded weird too. And I did a test earlier.
Test mic 1.
1 2 1 2. Let's see if it plays.
Choose you first. Choose you.
Here,
1 2.
Nah, Tracy.
I know this is crazy. We were doing good.
Nah, Tracy, if y'all can hear, it's just nod your head.
Oh, we lost our sound card.
Cause we just talking to nobody.
Yeah.
So nobody even heard what I said that was so important.
What's that?
Nothing.
Somebody said they're loving your hat, Scott. So I guess if y'all can hear me, let me know, because for some unknown reason we can't. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. You can hear us. And when the video played, could you hear the video? No. Okay. Oh man, that's crazy.
Cool.
They were.
Like
we just practiced, played all those videos to make sure they work. So, thank you. But anyway, this is gonna be a little.
Beyond special. Beyond
I'm definitely special.
No, you beyond special.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm the R word.
You want to know something about self-love? It's difficult, bro. And it takes a lot of
Maybe I got to do this a different way right now because it's not letting me play it. So maybe I got to go this way.
While we trying to figure that out, we got the beautiful lady, Shy.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm great.
So while he's figuring that out, we was talking about what we did this weekend. So what you do this week?
I had a class. I went to Safari. I slept.
Hey.
I finally got some rest.
Like Safari Club?
Yeah, Safari Club. No, that's my favorite spot.
Which night? Saturday night?
Saturday
yeah.
nights is in the spot.
Normally I do a Friday, but because my week was really heavy, Saturday was my go-to night. So.
Oh, so some people can hear the video. Okay, well, I'm going to play the video, even though we can't hear it here for some unknown reason. I'm going to play it, and you let me know. Because I wanted to really get into these.
Choose you first. Choose you. Do not stay in a relationship and suffer in silence. Either you grow together or you grow apart. And that doesn't make you a bad person or the person you with a bad person. But you.
It's not moving. Let me.
They still muted.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
Yeah. That's why we can't have it.
Okay, I'm gonna. I just want to see if they're gonna play because everything was just playing fine.
They still looking at me? I'm just curious.
Yeah, they can still see you.
What you want to do? You about to pull your knees out?
I mean, it's fine. Sounds like I'm trying to pull everything.
We get ready to start. Pull them out.
Why?
Pull them out.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You want this.
With the knees?
Yeah, you do.
I want the knees.
Time.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
You
I don't
always
like the
bring
way
it up.
Scott said that shit.
This
I
is.
haven't seen the knees yet.
This is.
Hey, listen.
Thank you.
Sit over here.
Uh,
I'm minding my
That's
business.
what we do.
A
That's what we do.
constant.
yeah, there's a barrage of knees. So
just my knees.
It's the knees.
It's the
I am
knees that
really
matters.
upset that these videos are not playing. Somebody says playing fine on their end. No rich knees.
Right.
Yeah. The hardest.
Was that not?
The hardest part is Kenra.
I'm gonna find out who's hating.
So anyway, with the so now that you're on the screen. So welcome to the GMC again. Thank you for coming in. So we really wanted to dig into and make it a little different this time. We wanted to dig into what do you love about you? You know, so a lot of times in relationships and in life, you know, we spend so much time. If you're a parent, you spend so much time growing and loving your kids and your significant other and your spouse. You spend so much time doing so much for other people, and you have a job and you're working. You spend so much time pouring out of your container that sometimes you miss your own self-love and your own self-care and your own, you know, ways of making yourself better. We will empty ourselves, and then we're wondering why we're the ones feeling unfulfilled and lack of promise on our own selves, you know. So let's dig into it. Rich, I mean, as far as, you know, what why are you giving me that look? I'm going down there because you're the younger statesman. But I mean, how do you protect yourself and your heart and your love?
Oh my God. I don't know if I do. To be honest, that's something I'm still working on. So yeah, that's really my answer. I feel like, and I thought about it earlier when we was talking about it, but I feel like for 6 years I put a lot of my energy in family, friendships, and relationships, where sometimes I may neglected myself a lot. So when it comes to actually self-love, I love the show that I am, you know, being blessed with awesome knees and all that. But I love the show. I love the show that I am. I love the talent that I possess. But like, as far as like being, well, I can't even say comfortable. I'm definitely super fucking comfortable. But far as actually saying like I love who I am by myself, I don't know if I'm actually there yet. I think I'm at the point of learning to be there. So yeah, I mean that's what I got.
All right, Lady Shot.
Protecting my heart.
Yeah.
I'm still in the phase of learning how to protect my heart. Give you a little backstory. Married for 22 years. 14 of those years, I only dedicated myself to whatever he needed and wanted, and to make sure he was happy. And so I had no personality because I would just flat out whatever he wanted. You asked me what I wanted to do. It was like whatever he wants to do. I stopped like trying to build whatever what my career was. I was going to be a daycare provider. I was going to school. I pretty much put everything off so that I can make sure that I took care of home. So it was work and home. If you ask me anything, it was like, let me talk to him first. Let me make sure so everything was based off of what my husband wanted. So I was just a wife. I was just a mother. And I literally would say I'm just a mother. I'm just, because I would never focus on me. Didn't realize I was sitting in depression.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was literally, you could walk on me. That's how low my personality was at the point. You would talk to me and I would be like, here. And it wasn't that he was abusive. He wasn't. It was just that I was raised that your husband is the lead. You do what he needs. You make him happy. If you don't do it, somebody else will. So 3:00 in the morning, I got that tap. I don't care how sleepy I was. I gave it. I was drained. I get up in the morning. I'm taking care of the kids. I took care, make sure he was good, pack the kids up, get them to school, get myself to work, pick them up after school, take care of the house, get them, whatever. It was all about everybody but me. I was drained. I was flat out drained. So about 14 years ago.
Okay.
Met my best friend.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
She said, you're depressed? I'm like, no. I had no idea I was sitting in it. She was like, because she'd be like, you want to go out? I'm like, no, got to go home. Got to take care of home. Got to take care of the husband. She literally spotted the depression. Everybody around me who knew me, kind of like backed off of me. I guess because I was not who I was before I met him. Right. And they kind of just like, that's her husband, stay out of it. But she kind of like opened the door for me to realize like I'm sitting in something. I had no goals. I had no ambition. It was just to be a good wife, make sure my house was clean, make sure my husband's taken care of, make sure my kids was good. I thought of nobody, but I
that's
never
work.
thought,
that's not a life.
It was
that
not,
was just work.
It was not a life.
Right.
It was not a life. And then, I did not like myself. I already went through a bout of depression when I was younger because I had to deal with people talking about my complexion and you're ugly and you're this and you're that. So that was sitting in me. So I'm all like, wow, I got to make sure he's happy so that he won't leave me. And then so as I started developing this love for myself, which meant I had to sit in front of the mirror and I had to tell myself and I had to give these daily affirmations to myself. You are beautiful. You are Black. You are strong. You're a good mom. Yeah, because I still love being a mom. That was like never an issue, but it was still like.
Well, you did such a good job. I mean, meeting China.
That's my heart. Like they're my heart. Like I do anything in the world, but I still needed me time. So I started taking some time away. And the more I started learning about me and starting to adjust to finding Cheryl, the more he would say, I want the old Cheryl back.
Right.
You want the old depressed Cheryl back. You don't want the old happy Cheryl. Like you want the one that sat in the house all the time, had no goals, no.
He wanted the Cheryl that he turned you into.
Yes. So now I call it being selfless because I can't give you from an empty cup. So the more that I love on me, I'm able to share my love. And so that's why with my company,
Cute LLC.
Yes, Cute LLC. It's a confidence building course. It's not just a weight loss class. It's helping other women who may be going through depression to help, or even men. I'm sorry. It's not just for women. It's for anybody. But it's to help build confidence in yourself. It's not just you're there to lose weight. It's whatever your journey is to help you find you. Just like my best friend was there to help me find myself.
Right.
I love helping other people build their confidence, get their own esteem back up, and find their purpose. My purpose is to help other people to get out of their funk and then enjoy life. I enjoy life to the fullest now. You can't tell me I'm not gorgeous. I don't care what nobody else think of me. I'm Black and beautiful and proud of who I am now. And
that's what's up.
And I help other women and other men to get into that zone in life.
Amen.
And that's what it's about.
It took me a long time to get there.
Yeah, but I cut off my sound effects because I thought that was affecting the video. So I want to give you
thank you.
We want to welcome and say hello to the Sophisticated Grizzly. Teddy is in the building. What's up, sir?
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Something is going on because we can't hear you. And you're not muted. There is something amiss, and we're gonna figure this out.
Wait a minute.
But you can hear us, right?
Yeah, everybody can hear us, but we can't hear you guys, and the videos aren't playing. So I'm thinking, let me look in settings right quick.
Tracy and I muted though.
Tracy, they muted themselves. Audio. No, we're in the right.
Default. Is default supposed to be Summer?
Yeah, so self-love, man, that was beautiful.
And the end of each of my classes, I make sure we end with a hug to give yourself a hug.
Right.
Because you can't love anybody else before you love yourself. Like I said, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
So I always try to end it, making sure they hug on themselves, love on themselves.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely coming. I want to touch myself.
Oh God!
Wow.
So, we don't do that. We don't do that there.
You know what?
So what I think I'm gonna have to do is I think we're gonna have to bail out and come back in. Like, is a great mom. That's Duchess.
I know that's Duchess.
So I cannot figure out how to get this sound working. I'm really upset because we just tested everything and it worked fine.
That's Duchess again, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, this is Jesse Reynolds.
Oh, that. Okay.
My self-love consists of avoiding negative talk about yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others. Embrace your uniqueness. Walk away from toxic people. Forgive yourself for your mistakes and failures. Set healthy boundaries in your relationship. Wear clothes that make you feel good about yourself. Make time to do what you love. Take care of your body and let go of toxic habits. And that's definitely a clappable moment. Definitely. Yeah. But and that's the whole idea. We're starting, I think, and it's also for us later in life, we've gotten more of the self-love figured out. I think when we were younger, we were all about pleasing and pleasure, but we weren't taking care of our inner selves, and we weren't taking care of our hearts and our minds and our security. It was always, I gotta make such and so happy. I got to do something for this one, or I got to do this for my boss. You know, everything, even at work, we're giving and pouring out of our cups. Right. So we've always got to remember that you got to go back to, you know, one of the videos said, remember, you're the only one who has woken up with you every day of your life.
Right.
That's crazy when you think about it. It's because even before your significant other, even before your children, even before anybody, and even after they're gone, you still have to wake up with yourself. Right. And if you're waking up in yourself and you're walking in that bathroom, or you're walking over to that dresser or that vanity and you're looking in the mirror and there is no change, but you need it, then you're the problem. You have to come to grips that I need to change from within. It's something that with me that's not settling right. It's not anything else, because before them, I was here, and after them, I was here. But right now, in this moment, where or who do I want to be, and how am I going to get better at being the best me for myself? Because one of the other videos was saying, because you can't be good for no one else.
Right.
If you're not good for yourself, you can't be good for anyone else.
That's true.
I wish I could hear them, because I want to know.
I know, well,
you know, I'm a foodie.
I'm trying to. I'm almost, because we got a good following and they can hear us. I'm not worried about the sound as much as I'm worried about them getting the message. Right. And so I would rather Grizz type in his messages with me right now, so that, and if Tracy and they would type in their messages to us if they have something to say.
And can y'all show us your food, please?
They want to see your food rather than us interrupt a great program just for the sake of making the sound right. So I'd rather keep going. So I know that, and if you don't know anything about Scott, he has a no-nonsense approach to how he looks at life. And I want you to, because I think his journey has changed, and he's in a different place since, where I don't talk about people. You know how I am. I like for you to talk about your journey and share what you want to share. But just over the last 10 years, how your life and where you are and what self-love means to you right now.
Well, it's interesting that Shaw shared part of her story, because our stories are actually really similar from an opposite perspective, because of a lot of what you described you went through in your marriage. I was married for 20 years, but I was with my wife for 16 before we separated. And to avoid falling into the trap of, I'll call it victimizing, for lack of a better term, my wife, I went above and beyond to not display any of the behaviors that you experienced. But what ended up happening is I ended up losing myself. So we actually ended up in the same place, but we got there from an opposite end of the spectrum. I I basically ignored myself for the better part of 15 years. And that's where Jay's actually referring to, because I'm still recovering from that 10 years later. Mm-hmm. So self-love is, first of all, to me, recognizing that you are the one that has to care about yourself before anyone else. No one's gonna love you like you. Mm-hmm. And as funny and as comical as his approach is, I've learned a lot from Rich just in the year and a half that I've known him. Actually, it hasn't been that long, but that's okay.
It's been longer now.
No, it hasn't.
I'm coming up on my 2 years.
Yeah, well. Whatever. You need to stop talking about your knees. Anyway, yeah, I'm learning more every day about who I am and what I need. And you say selfless, and I understand. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I've just started embracing being selfish. I'm extremely selfish at this point.
It's okay.
I don't care who knows, and it doesn't matter.
And it's okay.
And I've been able to find a way to not lose my identity while being selfish at the same time. Because for years, I gave too much of myself to avoid becoming someone who just didn't give a damn about anyone. But I've discovered that I can actually do both. So,
I mean, and if you don't mind me saying this, to me, Scott is one of and Shot, it might be a pattern here. Two of the nicest, genuine nicest people that I've met and have had conversations with, and know that they're what they're like inside, and know what their makeup is. And y'all have been through some of the same things. And maybe, it's one of those things where God gives you so much nice that you are too nice to other people who aren't nice to you.
You know what's crazy?
Because I've seen it, and he will tell you, I've cussed people out for him. I've cussed him out because of people. I will only allow so much to be done. In the realm,
like Jerry is for me.
There is only so much you can do to this man in my presence, or him tell me something and me not pitbull the hell out of you, because there is nothing. I remember I was filmed at my brother's wedding,
right?
And I forgot 2 pictures that they needed for the memory table of my mother and my father. He was doing something else, and he said, I got you. He stopped what he was doing, went into the room, got the pictures. I think he even reprinted them because he said it was a problem with one of them. Reprinted them and brought them halfway across the damn city for me.
That's sweet.
And when you do something like that, and when you are that genuine, I have to be a dick for you, and I will. I have no problems. And I've learned that somebody has always got to be the voice of reason, the one that lets you know, no, this isn't going to happen to you this time, because we're not going to stand for that. Even if but it's okay. We're going to make it through. I prayed about it. Yeah, you pray. I'm going to slay.
That would be wrong.
Because I mean?
That sound like Brown.
And for me, it's like, I want to protect those who I love, who I know are getting used because of their love and because of their nice. Because you've poured out so much, your canister is at a point where you don't even know that this is abusive. And when it gets to that point, you need a spokesperson. You need a pit bull. You need a jackrabbit. Somebody who's going to come in and pa. I will do it. Let me find out.
And that's my definition of family. That's why he's been family for 20 years, because that's also what lets me know that I know who I am and how I conduct my life is on the path that I need to be. I'm exactly who I need to be. And I don't need anyone else to accept me. And I've finally gotten to a point where I can say, you know, quite honestly, fuck the world. It took me a long time to get here, but now, you know.
I still have my moments like, don't fuck the world, but I accept me for me now. And so that's the most important part is once I accepted me, I could walk with my head high. Nobody can't walk on my confidence. Like you can say what you want, but I'm gonna still be me.
Right.
And that's my issue. But I will say this, over this last 10 years, I have had the best group of people surrounding me, and they keep my spirits high. And I'm literally around like the world's greatest people. Teddy is, I've only known Teddy about 4 or 5 years now. And he has been one of my biggest supporters, biggest protectors. Like he'd be like, "Let somebody hurt you. Let somebody."
No, they don't need that in their life because y'all don't understand how far me and Teddy go back. Because
you saw he took the glasses off.
Yeah, because me and Teddy go back so far. I remember when he was a little thug, when he was rough, tough, and ready to rumble.
That big Teddy bear.
Where somebody will say something to him and he go, "What you say?" I remember that. And the thing about it is that everybody knows Mr. Jerry, because that's what everybody called me. Mr. Jerry is so nice. Mr. Jerry is, but if you were disrespectful or if you crossed a line, I became Jerry or I would Mr. Brown and I would put you back where those kids used to try me because I was small. I was with them all day. Some of them 2 feet taller than me, 2 feet wider than me. Didn't scare me because I knew that their self-love wasn't there yet. They hadn't gotten to the point where I was, where I could be that big and be that boisterous and let them know that they were not going to intimidate me. I didn't care if you came from Murphy Homes. I didn't care if you came from Gilmore Homes. All I know is you're going to give me the same respect that I give you every day.
Right.
And that's where I earned their respect and earned his respect and earned the respect of those young people. And that's why I had one of the highest graduation rates with my classes at CW, because I understood, I worked with them. I didn't work against them. I wasn't docking them all the time like some people were. These kids needed that money sometimes.
Right.
And you docking them because they late. Did you think that maybe you could have stopped and picked them up on the way?
Right.
Probably drove right past them.
Sometimes they did. Trying to instill a characteristic in a person, but the first characteristic that you should have is compassion.
Right.
Because you give people compassion and you show them that you're there for them. These kids, I could call some of these young kids up right now and they will revert back to their old selves and try to get guns to defend me. Because of the compassion I show. Yeah, I was in that van, but yeah, I didn't have to watch them on the 5 bus line and I drive past them. No, I was going to pull over and they'd be like, "Mr. Jerry, you going to pick us up?" "Yeah, I'm going to pick you up. It's raining. Get in." My team leader wouldn't have done that.
Right. Would have waved at you.
Yeah.
Beep.
Because they teaching them responsibility. That's not how responsible is being responsible for someone else when it's not your job.
Right.
That's responsibility.
Right.
So anyway, I want to say hi to let's see, John's in the chat room tonight. He said howdy, so that's John.
What up?
Hey, John.
What up, John?
I'm just I know that they can see the videos, but I mean y'all didn't get a chance to see all of them. I know that they saw a couple of them, but
Let's plan so that since the audience can see it.
Okay.
I was like so fucking lost.
And who brought you back?
Me. I think you're the only person who can bring you back. Everybody can surround you. Everybody can say, "Hey man, what's going on? Are you all right?" At the end of the day, you just have to take that love that you're offered and say, "You know what? Life is pretty kick-ass."
We all, at various points in our life, have love offered to us. It's whether or not we actually are willing to accept.
We all, at various points in our life, have love and we bet.
Yeah. So I was letting them see the video because since it's playing live, but like he said, it was people around you. There are people around you who check on you but there's still nothing they can do if you don't do something for yourself.
Right.
If you don't take and take ownership of your love.
Yep.
And take ownership of your environment to make yourself protected.
It's got to start with you.
Then it's nothing anybody can tell you to get you back on track. So, where was the other one? Because this one, I want to play the one because this one was really cool.
Yeah, the thing is, you're not a maybe. You're not a second choice. You're not an option. You're not a when it's convenient, and you're definitely not a wait and see. You're an absolute yes. Don't ever be okay with being treated anything less than that. See, the thing is, you're not a maybe. You're not a second choice. You're not an option. You're not a when it's convenient, and you're definitely not a wait and see. You're an absolute yes. Don't ever be okay with being treated anything less than that. You're not a wait and see. You're an absolute yes. Don't ever be okay with being treated anything less than that.
Right. Because you definitely have to be a yes. Everybody that's in your life and everybody that's supporting you has to see you as a yes. You're not a second option. You're not somebody's second choice. You're not the fallback. You have to be the primary.
Right.
And if you're allowing yourself to be used as a secondary emotional catch-all, you're being somebody's dream catcher for love, and you aren't even loved.
Then you're not releasing it, so you're holding all that in.
Right.
I mean, I said this 100%. And off air, on air, I'm nobody's second choice. You can't say like, yo, I'm your second thought. Like, is either we in it or we not, and that goes with friendships, relationships, and business. I'm not your second choice. If you pass on me, pass. I see you.
Right.
The fuck y'all. I'm him. Shit. Wouldn't he know Brown that said it the shit was like, oh, you stole mad? Fuck you. I'm him. Like, hold on. God damn.
My godmom always says, don't make anyone a priority who treats you as an option. That's from Nation.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Because you falling down, getting out your bed for somebody because their car broke down to go get them. And when you call them, they say, do you got AAA?
If they answer the phone.
If they answer the phone.
Right.
Or why you calling me so late? What's up?
Right.
You know, and this might be somebody you are enamored with or in a relationship with who's actually under somebody else at that time. They protecting their happiness, not yours.
Right. Got to be responsible for your own.
I want to see if I could get this other clip to play. Well, we know they're playing. I just want to play them. So this one's short. I'm going to cut my phone up so you can hear.
Maybe this part of your life isn't about finding someone to love. Maybe it's about falling in love with yourself, doing what you want to do and what makes you happy, and breaking up with the parts of yourself that are getting in the way of that. Maybe it's about falling in love with yourself, doing what you want to do and what makes you happy, and breaking up with the parts of yourself that are getting in the way of that. Maybe it's about
right.
This motherfucker look like hey you on the couch. You right there. I know you think life is passing you by. Like,
so, you know, and it's like maybe, you know, and I don't know who it's for, but maybe, you know, right now is just sit down and reflect and figure out who you are time. That's basically what he was saying. And sometimes you can't be all about finding love because you haven't found yourself.
Right.
So if you don't even know what you love, if you don't even know how to love yourself, how to take care of your heart, how to take care of your mindset, how to make sure that you're treating yourself with the best care, living your best life for yourself.
Right.
How are you going to bring somebody else into that world?
Right.
That's just bringing somebody into the confusion.
Exactly.
Right.
Sometimes ourselves can be wrong, though. I'm just saying.
What did you say?
Sometimes ourselves can be wrong.
True.
Meaning?
wrong. Like we could be thinking one thing about ourselves. Is really we should be thinking the totally opposite.
Yeah, but that's why you sit down and stay out of other people's lives for a while. You gotta take that drawback. And I mean, like, even when my kids, especially, raising a daughter, and women, how they are so emotionally attached to, when they get emotionally attached to their significant other and it falls through, it's all about, what didn't I do? What did I do to help contribute to the fact that this didn't work?
I feel like men is the same way though. We just don't talk about it.
Some men.
No, I would say most men, and the key is we do not talk about it. Women talk about it. They speak on it. We can keep that shit into ourselves, and we will bury that shit until we can't bury that shit no more.
Men hold a lot of stuff,
and then it explodes.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
I think one of the biggest issues that we as men have with that, though, is that a lot of times we don't even recognize. That's why he gave you the answer he gave, because a lot of times we don't recognize that what you're saying is true. Mm-hmm. We don't recognize we're holding anything back. We don't recognize. A lot of us don't recognize emotional baggage at all.
Yeah.
You're exploding and don't think about why you're exploding. Don't think about why things are happening, because we weren't brought up to be emotionally intelligent in terms of looking at ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I was watching Bill Bellamy, his last special on Amazon Prime, and he said something. And when he said it, he was like, men don't know how to control their feelings. And I said, well, that's bullshit. Yes, they do. And then he went into a bit and he said, like, we don't even know we love our side chick till we see them with someone else. And I said, that's not true. That's bullshit. Shit. And then when he explained it, as he went on and on about the shit, I said, why the fuck do I feel attacked? I said, I ain't got no side chicks.
Right. But
I was like, why the fuck do I feel attacked? I was like, hold up. And I was getting mad.
That's that cloak that we wear.
Yeah. 100%.
Where you think, yo, I'm just smashing, yo, I'm just having fun. This just that's me time. I'm gonna see my secondary. It's me time. I don't have no secondary, Sheila. Just letting you know. God damn it. Well, actually, my secondary is sitting right there. That's my other wife right there. And my third one I haven't seen in a while. Tell her I said hi. But
what the fuck is happening?
That's next week's show.
Alternative, yes, sir.
But as far as what I'm trying to say is that when we wear that cloak and we think, hey, we're the player, we the Mac, we getting this, we getting that ass, we doing what we doing, we in these streets, and we're not dealing with the consequences because we're also leaving a body trail as well as an emotional trail.
Yeah.
And then you go home, and it's nothing like the loneliest sucker in the room that had the most conquest. And now that you're conquested out, and you want to settle down, you don't even know how to love a person. You spent so many time chasing tail, you didn't chase love. You didn't chase your own inner self. You didn't do any work, the real work that it takes to become ready for someone else.
Right. And I'm gonna say something next, and I wish Grizzly could respond. Dog.
He can type in.
I wanted him on the show because now that we talking about this, is hitting me right. I think as men, sorry, Lady Shop. Mm-hmm. But as men on a grown man clique, though, I have to admit that that alpha male shit is not self-love.
Right.
No, it's protection.
100%.
It's protection.
It is not self-love, man.
Yep, there he is.
It's protection.
I can see his shoulders moving. He going.
Not at all.
Okay.
That's from Grizzly. Not at all.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a protective tactic, man. That's all it is.
Because one thing I've learned, and I'm gonna be serious for like just a second. One thing I've learned, right, is when you try to keep this persona up, you forgetting about yourself. And not only you forgetting about yourself, you are putting this character. It's called a come on, Jerry, caricature. Did I say that right?
Caricature, yes.
That's a caricature of yourself that you're trying to put out to somebody. but really you in that side like, oh, this is what they want. No, you got to go with what you want and what you need. Oh, y'all so cute over there. Aww. Kissing each other on the cheeks. That's Valentine's Day love.
That's everyday love. Should be.
That's
See that's real love. You don't want.
Hey! You can't do that in public.
Hey, yes, y'all can. We watching.
Ooh, yeah,
we watching.
Where's the pop?
Keep going.
Where's the popcorn?
Hey, you better keep going.
Turn a little closer towards each other.
Right.
Hold on.
Where's the honey?
Hey, you know you got a bunch of directors here, right? Come on now.
Hey,
What's up, Anthony Little? What's up, Mr. Anthony Hunt? I see you guys up in here.
Slow down with the touch.
Just hold on with the touch.
Pan the camera a little to the left.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, bring the food into the picture.
Yeah.
Feed her. That's right. She a food. Oh my God.
Feed her with the food.
So Anthony says people get out of a relationship and jump into another without rediscovering themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
If they jump right in a relationship, they didn't even decompress.
That happens all the time.
You need time to heal and time to reveal.
Well, you saying rediscover?
That's the thing.
Saying rediscovering is assuming that they knew themselves in the first place.
Right.
Some never even knew from the beginning.
But even in my marital status and being with Sheila, we have times where we have to back up and reflect and refocus. And she has times where she has to have those conversations with her friends or with her sisters. And I have to have conversations with herself. And then we have to come back together. That's why we still together.
Right.
Because we know that we can't take each other 24/7 without some decompression. Somewhere along need some space. Pray about it. Don't just lay about it. Because just having sex on top of bad emotions and bad feelings is never gonna fix a relationship.
Gotta be real.
The hard work is when you're talking and not having sex because you want to make sure when you have sex it means something.
You gotta be real.
Right. Like, I'm tired of you putting your fucking foot up in my goddamn face. Put it on the shoulder. You gotta talk through that shit sometimes.
Really?
Sacre bleu.
For my regular, I said a second.
A second.
For the second, it is over. But yeah, people bring that baggage into the next relationship, especially when they don't know what happened or the reason why it completely stopped in the last relationship. So then when they come over to the next one, they're trying to assume what they did wrong on that one. So they're taking it and bringing it over here. Like, if I do it this way, maybe I'll keep this relationship going. But they still don't know who they are. So now it's not another ending cycle of unloved.
Right.
But
and you know what I call that? I say it on Grizzly. I say it on our podcast. What is that? The pattern of stupidity.
Yeah.
Because we keep falling. We do that. We'll fall in love with our same mistakes over and over and over again.
Right.
Different shell.
Same hell.
Yes.
I like that. Different shell, same hell. There we go. And you're doing it to yourself because you're thinking that you're changing and all you're changing is the shell. You're not changing the person because you're still attracted and drawn to that same mentality.
Right.
It's a certain, you know how if you ever seen the comedian talk about how when black people make Kool-Aid, it's got to have the right amount of diabetes in it. You know, if it gotta have the right touch of diabetes, that's right there. That's my tea right there. It's the same thing with relationships. It's gotta have the same amount of toxicity. Oh, it's just toxic enough for me to stay. Oh no, break the cycle.
It's funny you say that, right? Because I was having a conversation maybe like 2 days ago, and we was talking about writing a script for your life, right? And I said to myself, I said, if I had to write a perfect script for my life, I'm definitely still adding conflict. And in my mind, and I'm the youngest one here, okay, but in my mind, I'm going to add the conflict because I'm never going to be stronger without it.
You need conflict.
Yeah, I'm not going to be strong with it. I'm not going to be like, oh, I met this perfect girl at the market and shit. Like, we touched the apples together and we lived happy ever after. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm gonna have the conflict because it's gonna strengthen me. Like the first time I tried to back to football, lift 200 pounds, I couldn't do it. And what I said to myself, nigga, I'm gonna lift 200 pounds. And now I'm just German suplexing people over the chest. But it's just the point I'm trying to say.
Get to the point.
You need the conflict. You need a conflict in your life to be stronger. You never know what you do until you fail.
Right, but you can't have love without tears.
True. And you can't have tears without saying, fuck, I trusted your punk ass.
Frankie Beverly, joy and pain.
Yeah.
Sunshine and rain.
Come on, Lamar. Happy people.
Shoot, we can go gospel. We could go to be grateful. God has not promised us sunshine all the time. That's not the way it's gonna be, because the little rain makes you appreciate the good times. A little pain.
Time out, Jay.
You know?
Watch the hair pull. They over there loving themselves.
Makes you appreciate the good times. Be grateful. That was Walter Hawkins back in the day. Walter Hawkins and the Hawkins singers. Hawkins.
Who you talking about?
Yeah. Don't play with me.
I'm talking about the date night in the corner, right? She went over there and she was like,
Y'all should dine and dash. Y'all should dine and dash. Run quick. Run out now.
Do it.
Grab the toothpicks on your way out in a minute.
Do it.
Give her a wet willy.
She said we already paid.
Oh man.
Dang. Give them a tip. Don't drive drunk.
It's cold.
Be
Don't
around people who know how to make relationships work. That is important.
And almost impossible.
Hey, say that again.
I hear y'all, but I can't hear
almost impossible.
I can hear y'all, but they can't hear us.
Because how do you recognize someone who actually knows how to be in a relationship? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I can hear,
Wow, Anthony Little and his wife have been together for 27 years.
Okay.
And they have about 2 to 3 date. Oh, that's Nation. They saying they have about 2 to 3 date nights.
Oh, okay.
Well, and y'all also travel together. Y'all see the world together.
Right.
I mean, you know, that's important, because every big trip and every momentous occasion that's happened in my travel life has happened with my wife. Now, she got something that didn't happen with me because she liked flying. And as anybody who knows Jay hates flying. So I have to give her wings and let her go fly. But she ain't get me on there because I ain't going to die. Yeah. But, yo, you can have them planes. I don't want them planes.
The 2 to 3 date nights, is it a month or a week?
Probably a week.
A week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you ain't going to see you're not going to see Oompa Loompa without Trey Trey.
Congrats, Little. 27 years.
Never ever.
Is a feat, man.
That's when it's right. Yeah, 27 years.
They almost caught up to y'all.
Yeah. They doing it. They doing it.
I just want to say 27 is a magic number. I just want to throw that out there. Oh man, it is a magical number.
What the hell is magic about 27?
Beautiful.
In June it'll be 35, baby. So yeah, we've been together for 37. So we've been married for 35. So and
it could be.
You talking about the 20-year-old guy that put a ring on your finger? I'm nowhere near that no more. I am so far away from that man. She does.
Come on.
She does. She has helped me to become an amazing man. And I know it because without her cussing me out, because when you get to the point where Sheila curses, you did some shit that you deserve to be cursed at. Oh no, she cursed like a sailor now. She being around. See, that's where it rubbed off. Like she couldn't curse when we met. She'd be like, "You ass fucker, you what?" Yeah, I could, but you're not into that. That's another whole that next week. But no, but
alternative lifestyles. Let's go.
You bitch asser. What?
Hey.
What? Who told her no?
Ass butt.
You lint liquor. I was like, what? She couldn't put them together, but now she will cuss you the fuck out.
I miss the Jerry Shades look.
What?
Cause she'll not. Shit, I miss all that. God damn.
What Grizz over here?
Had me a couple years early.
Ass butt.
Ass butt.
Yeah.
But our best friends, 29 and 28, we be there for each other. Yeah. But see, the whole idea is at a certain point, this is the problem. I'm not hanging out with no people 70 or 80 years old just so they can have as many years in the game as me.
Nah.
What I'm going to do? Clean their pampers because they've been married 34 years? There's not too many people that had the kind of years that we've had together at our age.
Maybe.
So I can't hang out with Ethel and George because they've got as many years in the game as I do. No, can't do it. Because those are names of people that would have been married as long as Jerry and Sheila.
Jack.
You're not gonna find that always.
No.
You're not gonna find that always.
Just needed to be.
I have a buddy of mine who believes in love so much I think he's on his fourth marriage.
Mm.
And now he feels that it's right. He probably thought, now this is the difference. He probably thought the other ones were right. They were right at that time.
Right.
But now he's found, no, sometimes the minute after you say I do, you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I know people who said that. I know people who said, I don't know why I fucking said I do. I should have said, check please.
But lucky number 4, that's the good one.
But also, before they said I do,
I'm trying to get rid of this person.
before they said I do,
yeah,
they asked. So before they say they asked, they thought it was right.
Yeah.
So at some point, they thought the shit was right.
Yeah.
But at some point, you invested so much into the wedding that some people were like, well, shit, we done paid for this shit. To us now, looking in hindsight, because we're older and wiser, but ask some of our friends who got married around us when me and Sheila got married, why they got married, and they was like, y'all did it, or no, they didn't. No, I'm joking. But the whole idea is that the community that we were in, it was a lot of people get married.
Hey, yo, dead ass. No one's gonna ask me, am I right? Did y'all did it? Yes, nigga. That's why I married her.
but people have there have been instant regrets, and you can't always know that you're making the choice. Sometimes you don't know that you're not making the right choice until you said I do.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm really not.
Wow.
I'm really not.
One bit sorry.
We used to him in no filter. He has absolutely no filter.
How did you know she was a man? Because she had an Adam's apple as big as her balls.
It's too late. You signed it.
Y'all crazy. But I mean,
that bitch like, I'm sorry.
You know what?
Yo, pause. If her clip bigger than yours, nigga, you gay. All right.
That shit.
What? It's time for a grown man.
Yeah. Verbal threat. Black. This is verse. We got Raw. Jay on the beat. We got Smoke. This goes to all y'all hating ass niggas who ain't fucking with us. Check it. Yo.
All right, we are back. This is your boy Jerry. J.I. To the right, we got my boy.
What? Scott.
And to the left, we got my boy.
Hey, man.
She Rich is in the motherfucking building.
And right here next to me, looking so pretty with that chocolate ass self, is the lady Shy. From the Sophisticated Grizzly Podcast. On the screen, we got the Sophisticated Grizzly, Dearest Teddy himself, and we are the GMC Grown Man Clique Podcast.
I still want that jacket, yo.
Yeah, that jacket is fire. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Text me the information.
So let me ask you. Yeah, that's a replay. Remember, we got to check the phone to make sure the video is finished playing. So anyway.
The shit that the Super Bowl failed at, but go ahead. I just want to throw that shit.
So, let's see. We got any current events that we need to hop into? Because I mean, yeah, the Super Bowl was yesterday.
We got some Eagle
he
fans?
made that jacket.
We got some Eagle fans.
We got any Eagle fans in the house?
Not a one.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah.
Philly.
So, I gotta ask you. I'm gonna go around the room to everybody because I mean, who knows anything about the game, and you can type in your answer. Do you think that the penalty that they called for the with the holding was right, or if it was interjection of the refs?
What holding?
Remember when he wrapped his arms around the guy?
Oh yeah, no.
Do you call that real, or should it have just let it go?
It was bullshit.
Grizz says it was bullshit. Yeah.
His shirt moved, but that wasn't no damn hole.
No, I'm typing it.
No hole.
You didn't like, yeah. Rich.
I'm on defense, man. So like 100%. If I could get away with it, I'm getting away with it.
Okay. Well, see, this is one of those. This is one of those Jerry calls. It's like, yeah, the call could have been made and it was correct because it did happen, but on the biggest stage, on the biggest night, for the whole game to be affected by that one call, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done it. You should have let them play through.
Right.
And excuse me, if it was meant to happen, if it was meant to be, they would have still won.
Right. True.
They had the ball still.
Facts.
But no, we gotta understand the refs got a big job and shit. And
Shut the heck up about that. Because I'm all for officiating a game correctly. But we've seen so many games where calls were missed and everything. So to interject, they missed more than one. If you, yeah. So it was a couple calls that were definitely blatantly. Well, I wouldn't say blatantly. They just did not see them. So, but and I don't work for the NFL or anything. So.
The jersey.
No, I missed that.
I'm talking about Mahomes and the ref. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm gonna say.
He always gets. I'm used to it, and he still gets me with that bullshit.
Hey man, I'm a fisherman. That's what I do.
But anyway, okay, the Rihanna. How many of us said that the concert was really well done?
I missed everything.
Okay. Was it refreshing to you to not see 27 special guests?
No.
You wanted to see 27 special guests?
I like guests. I always like guests because you got to think about the song.
She did the show by herself. She didn't have any special guests.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
People online complaining that they're used to having like a concert.
Grizz said he loved it. Well, what I thought, this is the whole idea, because
and she also
had 3 massive hits that I thought would have been very apropos. One to bring what's his name? Jay out. One to bring Kanye out. She's had hits that were really affected by the people she was working with at the time. And Drake.
And Jay-Z.
Right. Those 3. So. Yeah. And Jay-Z actually brokered it.
They were probably all.
Well,
there.
Rock Nation brokers the deals for the NFL. So, but it would have been great. But the only thing I said was that she doing all this shit pregnant, because I peeped she was pregnant immediately, because I watched the Savage Fenty fashion show as a photographer and looking at trends and looking at where the industry is going. Her fashion show is about the closest you could get to, Black excellence in videography, in design, in culture. So I always am enamored about watching it. Also, there's some naked ladies in there looking good too. So let's not play. I love my chocolates. Love my little chocolate drops all over the place naked, even the thick ones with the extra jiggles. Jiggly pop. Love them, But I thought it was refreshing for her not to have 27 guest artists like a Drake album, but I also thought that if she had a couple of them that were like pop-ups and go backs, that would have been great. But she kept up with the dancers, and she was like probably 5 months pregnant. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
So all I'm gonna say is,
and she was flat for the Savage Finney show, so she did not have a bump at all. It was gone. So for her to go from flat to that.
I'm gonna say this. Fuck all that. If she was pregnant or not, Rihanna was gonna do that show by her damn self.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Because she did not want to be compared. Because we all seen the what was it? Sherry Shepherd with Stephen A. Smith.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, we all seen the comparison.
No, we didn't all see it.
Yeah, she was fighting. She was fighting the whole beat comparison.
Oh, for real?
B brought people up.
Oh,
she was going to handle that shit herself and show that she could tear the hair.
That makes sense.
She was going to do that shit.
There was actually other artists assigned to be in there, but they backed out of was it Taylor Swift? She was supposed to come, and somebody else. It was somebody. Exactly.
They wanted other people,
but they said they backed out for some reason. But they were all supposed to be there. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So
Taylor Swift backed out. Thank you.
Rihanna was the only one to stay.
Thank you, Taylor.
So can I ask y'all something? Because for me, everybody knows I am one of the most eclectic musicians in the world. I love. What did you think of the national anthem?
They should have had Babyface sing the national anthem.
You didn't like it?
What was his name?
I missed it. Who sang it?
I saw it online later.
I was still shaking.
The guy that sang Tennessee Whiskey.
Crying. They were.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, I forget his name, but that guy.
He could have did American Beautiful.
Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, really?
I knew his name. I don't understand. See, that's the difference with me. Like, yeah, but I love his voice.
I like
and he did it in a way that was apropos. He didn't make it too country.
He made it his own.
He branded it his own, and it was cool.
Like I said, I only saw.
I like the Peanut Gallery tonight, people.
I'm gonna say this.
Participating.
We're talking about a man who can stand still and just sing regardless.
Right. Chris killed it.
I think he did.
Rihanna was on a goddamn platform in the air carrying a baby.
Right.
Like, let's calm down now.
But he couldn't do that with the national anthem because he would have been playing. It would have been disrespectful. You got
Stapleton ain't doing no halftime show.
But you know what I don't like?
What?
People were talking about the Black National Anthem, talking about what is that? They didn't have to put that in at the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, I did hear about it. I missed it because Sheila and I went to pick Sheila up, so we didn't have two cars. So I went to pick her up, and we tried to get back in time, and we just had missed it. So she was just bowing when we got in here.
Here's my question to that, right? Do we want to be included or not included?
I don't know.
We can't keep. We can't get complaining that they forget about us.
No,
and then they add us into it.
The fact is, we don't know, and collectively, we don't know, and that's the point. We don't know, and we need to.
Right.
Pick a side.
A motherfucker like me.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about us.
Thank you.
And then when we're on one of the biggest stages and a black man is in charge of picking the entertainment, we're still not happy when we're included.
Because we as a community are never
because
happy.
We always shit on ourselves.
Right. Yeah, but they did shit on us with the whole Kaepernick shit. But
we not even going down that road. Really that one is
That shit.
Yeah.
Because that was stupid.
It wasn't.
No, I'm saying their reaction to it was stupid because what he did was completely respectful and
absolutely.
So
Grizz got a new scent.
I saw that. He went off the screen.
You know it's fire because he was freaking
sniffing.
He'd been sniffing the bottle for like 15 minutes, man.
My man hate that.
He was singing the Barry White lyrics to Secret Garden. I'll take good care of you. What a man is supposed to do.
Hey, Grizz, we talk about how you was sniffing it. How you was sniffing and costing that bottle for like 15 minutes,
Time
yo.
out. Grizz,
Yes, I am
put
the
it down.
king.
Put it down.
Yes,
we're not gonna ignore the fact that he turned his camera off so he can eat. We ain't ignoring that.
That's fine.
Everyone else eats on camera. Come on, we all eat on camera.
I just baked some wings over there. I want some so bad I could taste them from here.
Hey, what'd you say, Grizz? I ain't like
Yeah,
that.
I baked wings over there.
Look at him excited. His eyes got like.
We trying to be good hosts tonight. Nobody got up and went to the bathroom or anything. We sit here like good boys tonight. We not going up getting drinks and stuff. Where are my manners? She don't have a drink.
I don't know what you got in there. I would assume.
I'm drinking moonshine.
On my date, you would know what's in it.
What you want to drink? Is it any? Did I just feel a bullet graze my ear?
Yes.
Because somebody shot their shot.
Yes, he did shoot a shot on live.
I shoot my shot everywhere. Like, this ain't nothing. God damn.
I got graze.
Look at Grace. Grace like, don't fuck with that young nigga. I like him on my show. Leave his ass alone.
We got a new counter though. I'm sophisticated.
I'm so sophisticated.
I'm not going to eat on the screen. Picking chicken bones out my teeth. Not happening. Not happening. Give me a celery stalk so I can munch it silence.
Yeah, I remember when we first started the Grown Man Clique and we used to eat every
show.
Every Monday. Like Scott would come with some wings and shit. He was like,
y'all hungry?
Hit record. I was like, all right, fuck it. This
Facts.
And then there was the drunken stupor shows.
Oh, damn.
Those were really great.
Oh,
We got great viewership, but we were drunk as hell for like a month. And then I just said, I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore. And now it's like, I haven't drank in a month and we've had some really amazing content. So it's time for us to celebrate a little bit.
With more drinks. How you gonna celebrate the sober one with a drink?
Yeah.
Our sober shows really cool.
But
too.
see, the whole idea is now
I
I can drink because we didn't push our way through the hard part of the show. And then, and the one thing that I have to be so happy about is that Rich did not talk about masturbation at all, as self-love, because he was trying so hard to bring that in as part of the conversation, but he didn't.
I was going to say that later. Well, thank you for fucking my shit up.
No, thank you. Thank
But
you.
okay, so are we going there? Is that where we're going? Is that the street we're going down?
He's already there.
We're going down.
Whoa! What the fuck you mean I'm already there? My pants is on. What the fuck are you talking about, God?
It's on your mind.
God damn.
It's on your mind is what he meant.
I keep forgetting.
Y'all treat me like shit.
He can't get nuances yet.
This is why self-love.
13 going on 32.
Brothers that treat you like
32
shit.
going on 13.
Fucking love, man.
Yeah, we do love you.
I love y'all niggas too.
That don't sound right, but okay.
Okay.
Oh,
that young people
and y'all
in the
think
M
it's
word.
me. I'm telling you.
What?
It's not me.
Hack Ralph Barf.
Yeah.
That must be on the self-love part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was on his pants are still up.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a very important part of finding yourself.
Well, yeah.
But I think the only way you can love yourself is to know yourself. So you don't just be going pulling and tugging on stuff and you don't even know what you love yet.
Wow.
You have to become one with yourself.
I found myself.
You got to sit in a dark room covered in Vaseline with Sade playing.
Here we
Rich
go.
said he
Here we
already
go.
found himself a while ago.
I found myself because when I was a little boy, my grandmother
brought me a cute little toy. Silver bells hanging on the string. What did she tell you?
She told me it was my dick. That's what she told me. She told me it was my dick. All right.
Well, that's not how the song goes, but okay.
I was ready for him to say the song. I should have known.
My grandma from the streets, nigga. She said, nigga, that shit dick. And put that shit the fuck away. I was like, damn, Granny. You cooking peas.
You cooking peas? What?
What?
You pulled your dick out in the kitchen?
Who hasn't?
Wow.
Me?
Never.
Not while cooking
Time
peas.
out. Never. While your lady is cooking, you never pulled your dick out.
Yeah, I have.
No.
In the kitchen.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Where was your grandma?
I must admit.
No, I ain't about my grandma while we talking about dick.
Now this
shit is weird.
This
shit is fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know I'm about to go there.
Hey,
I was talking about the kitchen.
Wait.
There are
Because I'm gonna have to put you here. Because I'm sorry, my wife cooks naked sometimes, and you come in the kitchen and bacon is cooking.
Auntie Sheila, this is not okay.
Oh my! For me, it is.
Of course.
She making a meal and I get a meal. Huh?
as long as there ain't no birds involved, shit.
Scott.
Yeah,
Scott.
it ain't got nothing to do with the empty
Listen to
nest.
your
We
young
just
brother.
had to make sure the kids were
In your
gone.
next relationship or your conquest, if she's in the kitchen cooking, pull your dick out. That's all I'm telling you. Pull your dick
So
out.
that's not nothing.
It's
new.
one
That's
hell of a
always
night.
her.
All right.
Got you.
It's one hell of a night. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why Grizz run off screen, yo?
It's Grizz. No.
He went to the kitchen.
Oh man.
He was like, hold on. He right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, producer.
So do you go left-handed so it feels like somebody different?
I looked at the screen to see if that was the question.
You won't feel like it's strangers in your house, so you go left-handed. There's a stranger in my blouse.
You just turn it around so you feel like you're doing backtrack.
Took a time to figure out.
Rich. So it's like this.
He doesn't touch me like you do.
So you got it.
What?
You got it.
It's normal
Turn
to do
it
it this
around.
way.
Reverse salt shaker?
So it's different hands.
That's back shots.
What? You play with yourself too much.
He's stupid.
It's a
Hey
technique
man,
to
you don't
it.
play yourself. No. What the fuck?
I told you he went to the kitchen.
Oh. Hey, what he say?
He gonna taste it too.
I'll take good care of you. I got it. In a world.
For show.
But oh my gosh, this has been a great show. And you know, the one thing about this is, and happiness should always be the end of a talk like this, because that's where you should end up. If you've done no hard work and you've really explored and wanted to better yourself and find that love and find that common place where you are knowledgeable of yourself and ready for love, it should be a happy place. Because you're not going to be able to find someone where you're half grimacing or half upset. You haven't really found your Quan. I love that word. It from
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. I love that word, because if you're not in that peaceful place where what are you talking about? It's not even a black movie. That's a white movie.
And I've never seen it.
And you've never seen Jerry
He said
Maguire.
just like he said, oh goodness.
Well, I said it to make a point, so you
That's
know,
how he said it.
a white movie. I know that's
White. White big movie.
right.
Love one. I've
seen
seen
that one?
Jerry Maguire.
Okay, so I've never seen that one.
So
You got one over.
when you get that Quan, and I really believe, because like I've seen like the last couple of months, like last 6 months around you, the aura and the energy has changed so much. I mean, there's a lot of salsa and picanto sauce going on in your life, but I mean, picante sauce, is that right?
La Bamba.
Arriba, Henry, arriba.
Hold up, you dating a Mexican?
I ain't dating nobody.
I was gonna say that's what it said.
But I'm saying there's been a lot of salsa in his chips lately. A lot of salsa around him.
The salsa is red and chunky, like blood. So.
Oh, don't go there.
Why are you making it?
What is wrong?
What is wrong
what
with
is
you?
wrong inside
it's
your
also
head, man?
tasty and delicious on chips.
Self-love is the best love.
Yeah, but meanwhile, you're
Go
talking
ahead,
about
go
red
ahead,
and
my
chunky
bad.
and blood. I'm
My bad. I was
where,
confused
where
what
are
we
where are we?
You
going?
ass.
Yep. That's me, rich ass. Shit, that's
Oh my
me.
god!
Oh my goodness.
Jerry said he wears some berets.
What?
What's it called? Some berets? Some berets.
What?
The hats. Mexicans wear.
Sombreros?
He's talking about a sombrero.
A sombrero?
Oh, baya baya bamba.
Tell y'all niggas
Baya baya
I was
bamba, porque necesito. Poquitere, 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 poquitere. Baya baya bamba.
And didn't he grow up in the Baltimore where the Hispanics actually came out? Because remember, when I first got here, you couldn't find them.
Nope.
No.
Now they everywhere.
I was in the city. You talking about DMV shit?
They're all over the city.
No,
man.
when I
They
was
took over Highland Town.
I was
Yeah.
about to say
Like,
now
that's-
Patterson Park.
It's called Little Havana
I was
now.
gonna
For
say
real.
Mexico, but yeah.
For
It's
like
actually
4
called
years.
It
Little Havana.
is definitely.
You know how long I've been out of hospital?
Oy vey. He went down to Jewtown. He went to the Jewish town.
I remember.
Oy
There
vey.
was a certain part of Park Heights.
Yeah,
That was
that's-
Jewtown.
That's Jewtown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
still.
I remember you go
North.
further down there, you see me. So I'm just
My friend, and I don't know how true this is, but maybe somebody over west who was around a lot of the Jewish communities over there would tell me if this is true. They would actually pay you to come and cut off their lights if they left their lights on Sabbath.
Yeah, listen, I ain't never heard that one.
Oh, for real?
I heard because they can't touch electricity and
I
stuff
know-
like
I
that.
know-
So
I know
had no
niggas
idea.
because
I know
their
niggas
their
that got
elevators
paid
off
to turn off
even
some
cut
lights.
off.
Oh, I had no idea.
I know niggas that got
Yeah,
paid to
the
turn off
elevators
some
in the
lights.
buildings the elevators in the buildings don't work or anything because they're not supposed to
Touch electricity.
use electricity or
And on
any modern
Fridays-
convenience.
I've never heard
Yeah,
I think it's Fridays. They
Yeah.
can't be out after dark, or it's
No,
something
they can't be out until sunset.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the Mexican and Scott?
They
'Cause
can't wipe their own ass.
I'm curious who's going on.
I don't know about all that.
Who did that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
My grandma used to work for a Jewish family. She had to, she would like iron their sheets and blankets and.
Yeah, but I think they at a certain point they can't cut off their lights if they left it on or anything. They can't. Yeah. So if
I
you are
wouldn't be
in the
surprised.
neighborhood, nothing considered work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then the
Yeah.
Orthodox, they don't even drive. Is
Mm.
it
They do a
certain
lot of
certain
walking.
days
Yeah.
they don't drive or they don't drive at all?
It all depends on how poor they are. But yeah, but I mean, a friend of mine, he said he lived in Park Heights, and if you walk down the street, they would pay you to come in and cut off their lights if they
It
left
must
their
have been
lights
the upper
on.
part of Park Heights because I live.
Oh, that's above. Oh, that's definitely above Northern Parkway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about where all like over by
Once you get
Bene
past-
Briff and all of those.
I went to Pimlico Middle School. I went to Pimlico Middle School, so that's where Jewtown really kind of started.
Yeah.
But I don't recall none of them
Hey,
paying
hey.
nobody in my
About 10
neighborhood.
blocks, but yeah.
No, but they were all in that area right there.
I know niggas who got paid to turn off Jews lights.
That's not what we're talking about.
Knock their lights out.
Look,
I don't know if they was doing
Different
this
type of lights out.
shit. Willingly.
Yeah.
No, that's not a direct translation, yo. No.
Yeah. Just in case
Yeah, no.
they
No.
not around.
We don't know about that.
No.
So I want to pose a question, and Grizzly, you can type your answer up. But And I think I actually know Grizzes because we know each other so much. But what is something that you have to do to recenter yourself and get back on track and get in tune with your own personal self? What is something that brings you to that point where you feel that you're centered enough to be back on your own?
No. Seriously, can I go first though? Serious moment. Before I get back to my bullshit. But serious moment. It's two things. It's three things. Photography. 4 things. is actually being on set filming. Videography, like cinematography. But by myself, I don't need no one else around. Bowling is the number one where I feel like there's nothing else around me. Like Jerry, I've been trying to get y'all to go bowling for a minute. I've been trying to go y'all bowling.
No, you haven't.
I have.
You have not. You told me about you going bowling.
Yes.
You have never invited me because guess what? I love bowling. My wife will tell you, even on our vacation, I spent most of my time at the bowling alley because it was free. We're on the reservation. I mean, on the what was it? Where were we? Yeah, but it was free. Yeah. So I love bowling and I'm really good at it.
Y'all saw you ain't fucking with me. But
okay, whatever.
Sound like a bowling night.
Listen, bowling is definitely something where I feel free.
Okay.
I feel free. I don't think about nothing. I have to tell if I'm around anybody, I have to tell, you know what? Push record. And that's where my ego comes in.
I keep trying to put his comments up on the screen, but he's in private conversation. So Grizz said a true quiet place with no media, no stimulation, just all quiet. That's a nice place to center.
My turn?
Yeah.
For me, it's a couple. Having time to myself, taking time where I could just soak and have some nice wine and I'll soak in the tub for like an hour until I'm so wrinkled, like I'm just.
She's 72.
Right, by the time I come up, yes. Dance is a way I dance off stress.
Dance my pain away.
Literally, like it's like for me, it's it helps keep depression away, keeps my sadness away. My
endorphins.
Definitely, yes.
Endorphins.
Literally, I feel my stress melt away as I dance.
You should see that one.
She's a danceaholic.
House music.
Okay.
Oh,
you might know
talk about house
music. I'm trying to think other ways.
Oh no, we need. Oh no, we need to talk. You ain't talking just Baltimore.
Put one leg up and put your booty on the floor.
Chicago house tracks. You cannot be in the house music if it's not some Chicago house tracks. Because in the beginning there was house. You can't Jack, your body, Jack. I got all them records in my basement, bro. Who is Jack? We need to bring them records out.
Yo, Grizz, he been trying to get me to come get my 1200s out my basement for like 5 years.
Yeah, he bring them 1200s out and let me get on them.
I want those 1200s now.
Shit.
What?
Yeah,
I want the 1200s.
Shoot, man. The price keep going up, man.
But she never finished her answer because we went off on a tangent.
Y'all did like basically doing
I'm sorry. She started talking.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about anybody's underwear or go ahead. Finish. Shout out to Base Mustafa.
I was here first.
Okay, you base number one then.
No, I'm rich number one.
Whatever. Same thing. But self-love, yeah. So also getting like a room, to go off and get a room and have time to myself in a hotel room. Just basically time reading. I read what?
Nothing. I heard something that was wild.
Go
ahead. Listen, I'm listening.
Yeah, but that's basically a time to myself, get in the room, all that kind of stuff.
You want to get them out for me?
No, it's funny. You funny.
You're ass because I do right now. She being an ass.
Yeah, but to me, that's getting away from the house completely because I got a house full of people. So just getting away from everybody.
All right, ass and elbows.
So I learned that from my sisters because I grew up with women. So I learned that aspect of it.
Wow.
I won't say nothing. I just go.
Yep.
I'll book a room and I sit back.
I do that.
I chill. I wear the robes and everything. Like I'm dead ass. Like when I need to send me for real. That's where. So I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. And then my favorite thing is shopping. So I'm not a going to store kind of shopper, but I like a good fine online shopper.
Have you did Temu yet? The commercials that were on the
I have not, but a friend of mine.
They be having these bad $9 dresses and stuff. I was just looking at it because they were on the Super Bowl. Yeah. And they really the dress that they were showing on the Super Bowl commercial nice, right? Was actually on the website. Yeah, it's probably Wish too. It's probably the back door to Wish because you know they all connected. Right. Like Ivy Rose and Chic Me are the same place.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
Yeah, because they both coming from Pyeongchang.
But it's a whole bunch of them that's connected to each other, but they just different names. But
for $9.
For $9.
Yeah, I ordered
That nigga's okay saying $9, but when I bought that $3.99 vodka,
because I'm not drinking it. You can wear a $9 dress and not get goddamn retinitis pigmentosus from it.
Well, I ain't never got no red pigs in my toasters.
In your toasters. No red pig in your toasters.
You keep drinking that shit, you're gonna end up with rickets, yo.
I know your bones gonna be bent.
Lack of vitamin D, sir.
Listen, my liver is fine.
I didn't say nothing about your liver.
I'm talking about you.
Nigga, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about no more. Oh my god, damn. Jesus Christ.
I'm glad you know who to call.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You're fucking right.
Yeah,
I got a go bag. I throw that shit in the car and just drive somewhere I haven't been.
That's crazy. That's my number one decompression, to just drive.
That's a good way to do it.
Because I'll cut on a radio station. I turn off the radio and I'll cut on like the relaxing music that I play when I teach intimacy classes for actresses and actresses. I'll cut on that kind of music and just drive around. Because that way it's not I don't want to hear words. Yeah. Because if I'm hearing words, then I'm processing somebody else's thoughts. Mm. If it's just music, it's just amazing. And then I have to be on the highway because I don't want to see anything that's continuous. I don't want to see houses. I just want to see it changes. When you're on the highway, it changes constantly.
Well, earlier when in my life here in Baltimore, when I worked third shift and I couldn't just jet out of town, I used to drive the city. That's how, as a non-Baltimorean, I know the city as well as I do.
You do, because he'll ask me about streets. He'd be like, "Is that boss?" I'll tell you when I get there.
I used to drive and pause. Even you know this. As Baltimoreans,
why is that a pause?
as Baltimoreans, y'all know how dangerous this damn city is. I've driven through this city 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
It's not dangerous unless you're looking for danger to me.
I didn't know where I was going, and I drove through some shit that I shouldn't have done.
I believe that 90% of the violence in Baltimore is a part of the fuck around, find out rule. You fucked around this much and you found out that much. Because if you look, if you're part of the problem, if you're in the streets, if you're doing something wrong, then you know that something's coming your way. I always have been a proponent. Now, that's not random acts of violence. I know people get stuck up, raped, murdered, and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that if you're in the streets doing shit like selling drugs, like hanging on a corner, like shooting at other people, eventually somebody going to shoot back at you.
True.
So I try to stay in my little hovel with my beautiful wife and keep myself away from those streets. I know you could get shot on our block, but guess what? No bullets ever found me, because I remember back in the day, they used to tell me, Mr. Jerry, you need to go in the house. And they would tell me before they start shooting. Well, that's because we don't know 90% of the people on the block anymore. You could tell everybody on your block. Now you can't.
Right. I don't know half the people in my block.
And that's why I can't wait for your web series to come out and we start making that real money so I can get off that block. You are paying for me to get off that block. I'm going to be feeding off of your teeth.
Okay. We get into existence.
Word. Yeah, you right, Grizz. Ain't nobody trying to.
So Peanut Gallery.
That pink thunder, yo.
Anybody, Sheila, what do you do to decompress? I know you like Whitney Houston and wine.
I do on the highway and drive to the casino.
Hey.
So that means spending money.
Anyone in particular?
Yes, they do. All of them know that. They be like, here comes Sheila.
I like that.
What casino we talking about, though?
All of them.
Yeah, she said not one in particular.
She's driven all the way to Delaware Park before.
God dang.
Atlantic City, wherever. You didn't drive to Vegas. I did. We both did.
Speaking of that, though, vacations. Definitely vacation. Like just going somewhere different. Like you live in Baltimore.
Right.
Just going somewhere.
We were talking about that the other night. There's some people who have never been west who live east, and some people that live east that have never been west.
That's everywhere.
It's 7 square miles. You can drive 7 miles in any direction, and you're in a county.
Yep, but there are some people who've never been on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, because they're. You know what?
Let's dispute this. Let's dispute this though.
What?
Because I was listening to what you were saying.
As far as what?
7 squares. Baltimore County and Baltimore City is too close to each other to not acknowledge that.
What do you mean?
Acknowledge it how?
Because a lot of people like from the city don't acknowledge Baltimore County.
Just like Baltimore is not a part of the DMV community.
Yeah, well, they did that. That's not Baltimore. They did that.
Yeah,
they isolated us, and they should because we're different.
No, if you're in Maryland,
no. From the old heads, we're different. Trust me. But I'm telling you, you now.
But DMV is Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Them niggas
depending on what D you're in,
it
means different. But the M, DC, Maryland, but there's also Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia.
That's Delmarva.
All right.
They do to make themselves significant. Right. So if you're in Maryland, how are you going to say but Baltimore? It's Southern Maryland is what they say.
As a non-Baltimorean, as a non-Marylander, you know how crazy y'all sound, right?
Right. It doesn't make fucking sense.
Y'all all sound. I've been hearing this shit for 30 years, and it still makes no sense to me.
That's cool, but that's what it is.
Okay, that don't mean it ain't crazy.
Wherever they're from to make themselves feel relevant.
That's absolutely true. A lot of shit don't make sense.
But nah,
y'all crazy.
We stand alone.
So,
but I know a lot of folks up in New York. in Brooklyn ain't never left Brooklyn. So it's like, yeah, that happens everywhere.
But it's kind of the same though, because you talking.
No, it's absolutely the same.
You talking about barrels? It's like literally is what Baltimore is with a DMV.
Those are you talking about huge areas. All the boroughs in New York are rather large.
You know what? No, Brooklyn's about the size of Baltimore, but that, to your point, Brooklyn's only one borough in New York,
exactly,
and it's the size of Baltimore. But it's the same thing.
Whole city, and you got people who have never stepped foot on the other side of the city. Grew up on the west side, don't know nothing.
Yeah, well, that's the same with New York. I know people from New York.
That's the same in Philly.
Never stepped outside of New York.
That's the same in Philly. Same in every major city. Yeah.
You know what the wildest thing I heard this week?
Whatever.
Wu-Tang ain't New York.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
SI, they've been trying to give Staten Island the freaking Jersey.
They've been trying
ever since Jersey gave it back to New York.
Yeah, they've been trying to alienate Staten Island, and that's where my family is.
I ain't from New York, but that's some bullshit.
But Wu-Tang is New York.
It is.
RZA, Jizza, huh? Yeah, but the whole idea is that there's this thing. It's like you're not from New York.
Raekwon
ain't from Staten Island. It's sort of like the DMV shit.
So why are they doing
that? Yeah,
because same shit that y'all just got finished talking about. The DMV
dumb shit.
It's stupid.
So.
Oh, for real?
Wagner College.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for real?
You went to Wagner.
I hung out with 470s.
Force of these. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass.
Tender love so tender. So you seen the pictures I took it up on stage, right? Yeah. I used to tour with them.
How long did it take you to get over the? Because I've never
Wagner College.
Get over
them niggas look like they took nothing but protein shakes. Protein shakes and vocal lessons. That was the force.
That's full force.
I'm thinking full force.
Yeah.
All right.
The ones that were with Lisa.
I'm thinking house party.
Accident on Highland.
That was full force.
Right.
I think
the big bow-legged Lou. That's full force. Tender love so tender, loving you so tender. Baby, I surrender. Candles they light the dawn,
like the longest
so I can see.
Right?
I don't remember all the words. All the tender love given to me.
Oh yeah, well you know Highland Boulevard goes from
one end to the other.
So. You know what?
You're in New York. I knew I liked you for real.
Anyway, this has been an amazing show. We really dug deep.
And Rich only.
And you know,
good. I was good.
You were. You were.
I was good.
You were. I'm not going to jinx it.
I don't give a fuck if I wasn't, but
I'm not going to ruin it now, so I ain't going to say what I was.
John, you were in earlier, weren't you?
What?
You said I'm late. Yeah, we about to wrap up, John. This is almost 2 hours in.
What I will say, I was good. I don't give a fuck if I wasn't, because I have self-love of self.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I love myself on a daily.
Oh God.
Oh God.
You always see the line. You always see the line. You always cross it. Always. Always.
Wait a minute.
It's like, oh, yeah. No, I ain't signing off.
I'm not responsible for what y'all think.
Big John, thanks for coming in.
I hear you, Shy. Yeah, no, I wouldn't sign off on that neither.
But I'm so happy because we always have these amazing talks, and I think the thing that balances out the grown man clique are the women.
Yeah.
Because if if you just let us loose in the hen house, oh goodness gracious, it'd be off the meat rack.
Can't be a grown man without grown women
you
around.
Gotta have a grown woman to balance it out. And you know, Marcy is on her little life journey right now, so she she was out ride or die. We could look on the screen before we even turn it on. She was right there. So I guess you, Bronwyn, and Princess. Where did Princess Duchess? You have been coming in and filling in the shoes. And we enjoy it. And then for you to come in live today, I really appreciate that. And I know that they appreciate it because every time y'all are in studio, we have such a great show because, it's a balance. And if we don't have that balance, it never goes right. It's always something wrong. Like tonight, I don't know. We sat here and looked at every one of the videos before we went live. Everything played perfect. And then we go live and they want to go, Jesus be offense. Come on now. So, but this is the Grown Man Clique. I'm Jerry over here.
Scott T.
Over there.
Richie Rich looking at this chicken in the oven.
And then we got the lovely lady Shy. We got our boy Darius Teddy, the Sophisticated Grizzly at the Sophisticated Grizzly Podcast, who will be here we'll be there on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. And we are breaking down subjects and everything. We have fun on both of these podcasts, but can you tell me what your show is about? Yeah. Oh, Lady Shy, do you know what the show is about?
This Wednesday show
is
coming? Oh my goodness, we talked about it. I can't give it to you right now because I forgot. Sorry.
Do you remember, Grizz, or have you go ahead, type it in so I can tell people what the show is going to be about on Wednesday? And they're at 8:15.
He gonna read it,
and they in the Twitterverse.
He gonna read it.
Y'all are.
He gonna read it in the movie voice.
Spotify and
Anchor. Pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast, we're there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So
Yeah.
Shit now.
We've been on it. We've been on it.
Knees out.
Knees out. I didn't start it. He did.
Knees out.
It wasn't
all he needs is.
Okay.
I know.
The title is "You're Not My Type of Hype." Profiling for Dummies.
No, just profiling for dummies.
Profiling for dummies. That's gonna be the topic for this week on the Grown Man. Grizzly Podcast.
I appreciate the nod to full force, yo.
Not my type of hype. Yeah, I remember that. So anyway, we just want to thank you guys for coming along on the ride. Mr. Grizz, tonight we are just going to bail out right here. We're not going to do a behind the scenes because we don't know what's going on with the sound. But anyway, we want to thank you guys and we will see you next week.
Peace.